12 more children die from measles and measles-like symptoms. Pneumonia claiming far more children's lives than measles, says child health experts. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman set to visit Chandpur on Saturday. And Trump-Xi agrees on ending Iran war and Strait of Hormuz remain open. Well, good evening, viewers. Those were the headlines. I'm Salim Kadir, and you're watching English Bulletin. We now follow with the details. 12 more children died from measles and measles-like symptoms in the 24 hours leading up to 8 a.m. today. With the 12, the number of measles deaths rose to 451. The Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS, disclosed this on Friday afternoon. Of the 12 deaths, 5 deaths have been recorded in Dhaka and 4 in Chattogram. Apart from these, 1 each was reported in Mymensingh, Barisal and Sylhet. According to the DGHS, a total of 1,303 children have been admitted to hospitals in the last 24 hours with measles symptoms. Health and Family Welfare Minister Sardar Mohammad Shawkat Hussain has claimed that the patients with measles symptoms are being provided globally recognized treatment. Talking to journalists while inspecting the COVID hospital in capital's Moakhali on Friday, he said that the government has no negligence over it. He alleged that the previous has kept no ventilator or even there was no stock of measles vaccine. Now it has been possible to supply ventilators to various hospitals. New ICU facility will be opened in 10 more districts on Tuesday. Each of the districts is being provided 12 ventilators and 12 oxygen concentrators. Despite growing concern over a measles outbreak in the country, child health experts say pneumonia is claiming far more children's lives than measles. According to specialists, nearly 24,000 children die from pneumonia in Bangladesh every year, with an average of 60 to 70 children dying from the disease each day. The information was shared by pediatric specialists at a press conference held on Friday at the Shahid Abu Saeed Convention Hall of Bangladesh Medical University in the capital. Experts said that Bangladesh is currently experiencing a measles outbreak. However, around 95% of infected children are recovering. They also noted that 95% of children in the country have already been covered under the ongoing vaccination program. Prime Minister and BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman is set to visit Chandpur on Saturday, marking his first visit to the district in 22 years. Tariq Rahman is expected to take part in several development-related activities, including an inspection of local canal re-excavation projects and participation in discussions on the government's Family Card social welfare program. Prime Minister's visit has created significant political momentum in the area. Public interest and anticipation remain high, with expectations of key development announcement for the district. Tariq Rahman will address a rally organized by local BNP at Chandpur Government College ground. More than 250 people missing in the Andaman Sea are yet to be traced out even after a month. The family members were awaiting for their return. About 250 people, including children, have been missing after the boat capsized in the Andaman Sea, according to the United Nations Refugee and Migration Agencies. The trawler, which had departed from Bangladesh and was bound for Malaysia, reportedly sank due to heavy winds, rough seas and overcrowding, the agency said. It is unclear when the boat capsized, but on April 9, a Bangladesh-flagged vessel rescued 9 people who were clinging to drums and wooden debris to stay afloat. Family members blamed middlemen for the missing of the near and dear ones. Bangladesh and the United States of America have signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU on strategic cooperation in the field of energy aimed at enhancing Bangladesh's long-term energy security. Foreign Minister Khalilur Rahman and U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright signed the MOU at the U.S. Department of Energy in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. This MOU would contribute to the efforts of Bangladesh to enhance its long-term energy security by diversifying its energy sourcing options based on affordability and supply chain sustainability, and would open up new avenues of broader energy cooperation between Bangladesh and the US. The MOU will facilitate capacity building, exchange of knowledge and expertise, and studies on oil, gas, geothermal energy, and bioenergy between the two countries. It will also support Bangladesh's import of US LNG, LPG, and other energy products at affordable prices. In a meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping on the last day of the trip, US President Donald Trump said the views on the Iran issue are almost the same. They want to end the war and keep the Strait of Hormuz open. He invited the Chinese president to visit the United States on September 24.
On the last day of the two-day visit, US President Donald Trump has held a meeting with his Chinese counterpart in Zhongnanhai, a vast government and residential complex located in central Beijing. Today, it serves as the headquarters of China's Communist Party leadership and the residence of several top officials, including Xi Jinping. President Trump highly praised the natural beauty of the location. After having tea, the two leaders held an hour-long meeting. They discussed the resolution of trade disputes, issues over Taiwan, and the end of the Iran war, besides several other issues.
When it's no good, can't have it. They cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Following the meeting, US President Trump said they had solved many issues that no one else could. The US President wants an immediate end to Iran war. He claimed that Chinese President's views on the Iran issue are almost same. They are agreed that Strait of Hormuz must remain open to support the free flow of energy.
But we want the straits open, and we want them to get it ended.
US President Trump has talked different matters during the two-day visit. However, Xi Jinping has done his job by calling Trump's visit historic and significant. At the same time, he warned that misleading Taiwan issue could trigger heightened tension or even conflict between US and China. Analysts say the United States suffered a strategic defeat in the Iran war. President Trump had no other option but to approach China to compensate for the loss of his political career. He returned with the satisfaction of several trade agreements. Trump claims the visit was fruitful, but there is no sign to reduce the differences remaining over Iran and Taiwan issues. Sheikh Abdul Salam, English Desk, ATN News.
Dear viewers, we now follow with a short break, and we will be back soon with Iran urges BRICS nations to condemn US-Israeli war aggression. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Mymensingh District Unit Assistant Organizing Secretary of Chhatradol, Ashik, among three, was arrested on the alleged motorbike theft. The motorbike has also been recovered. The PBI Super of Mymensingh, Mizanur Rahman, confirmed the news on Friday morning. He said on April 29, a motorbike of Alamin Sharif Sifat was stolen from in front of Hira Market in Mymensingh city. Later, a PBI team started operation, and on Thursday, they arrested a fugitive accused in 29 cases. Freedom Manik, alias Manik Chaudhry. Based on the information of Manik, the PBI arrested Chhatradol leader Ashik Mia. They also arrested another accused named Sohail Mia. Bangladesh Jewelers Association, Bajus, has once again announced a reduction in gold prices in the local market. The price of 22-carat gold, considered the highest quality, has been reduced by Taka 2,216 per bhori, setting the new price at Taka 2,42,495. The revised rates came into effect from 10 a.m. today. The decision was made at a meeting of the Baju's Standing Committee on Pricing and Price Monitoring held on Friday morning. The matter was later confirmed in a statement. According to Baju's, the price adjustment was made due to a decline in the price of pure gold in the local market. Dear viewers, we now begin with news around the world. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has called on fellow BRICS nations to condemn what he called violations of international law by the United States and Israel. The war in the Middle East and the related fuel crisis dominated the two-day gathering in the Indian capital, New Delhi. On Thursday, Abbas Araghchi accused U.S. ally United Arab Emirates of direct involvement in military operations against Iran. On the same day, Araghchi held a sideline meeting with his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. The Russian diplomat reaffirmed Moscow's support for ceasefire and offers mediation. Iran's foreign minister also met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi on the BRICS sidelines. Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel said Cuba would not turn away humanitarian aid on the scale offered by U.S., though he insisted that lifting or easing the embargo would bring the island greater relief. In a message posted on X account, the Cuban leader said any international assistance, including from the U.S., would not be refused. He said priorities are more than obvious: fuel, food and medicine, while again urging the United States to eliminate or soften its restrictive measures. The message came a day after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said in an exclusive interview with NBC News that Cuba had not accepted an offer of a $100 million donation. Veteran Bangladesh batter Mushfiqur Rahim has said that he turned down an approach to return to one-day internationals because he believes the national side no longer needs his services in the format. Speaking at a press conference in Sylhet on Friday ahead of the second test against Pakistan, Mushfiqur explained why he declined the proposal. The 39-year-old batter formally retired from ODI cricket after last year's Champions Trophy, having already stepped away from T20 internationals 3 years earlier. He now plays only Test cricket, where he continues to perform consistently and remains one of the Bangladesh fittest cricketers. Well, before ending the bulletin, we have top stories once again. 12 more children die from measles and measles-like symptoms. Pneumonia claiming far more children's lives than measles, say child health experts. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman set to visit Chandpur on Saturday. Trump-Xi agreed on ending Iran war and Strait of Hormuz remain open. Iran urges BRICS nations to condemn US-Israeli war aggression. Well, that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.